Every single time I make a video for y'all, it's always about the BB belts and how much I love them. But today, I'm gonna be doing something different for y'all. I'm gonna be telling y'all the 5 things that I actually hate about my BB Simon belt. Because I love BB Simon belts so much, it's probably gonna be far-fetched. I'm gonna have to really dig and find things that I don't like about this belt. But at the end of the day, if you do plan on purchasing a BB Simon belt, then this video should help you because there isn't a lot of downsides to purchasing one. But in this video, I'll cover the downsides that I know of since I've been dealing with them. I don't want to do too much talking because I want to get straight into the meat and grits of this video. So let's go ahead and get down to it. Before I even start, these dislikes are not in any particular order. That being said, the first thing that is on my list is the sizing. It's something that a lot of people have had trouble with in the past. And me personally, I have actually had trouble with this in the past. So I'm pretty sure that this is a valid reason for anyone out there who owns a BB Simon belt. If you've been dealing with BB Simon belts, do you know that the sizing of them is really different than how an average belt is set up? So BB Simon belts, you actually have to go 2 sizes from the actual size that you wear in pants, and that's the only way it will fit. If you do try to get your exact size that you wear in pants, you will end up with a belt that you cannot fit because it will be too small, and that is guaranteed. A lot of people like to debate with me and tell me, hey, JP, you don't know what you're talking about. I copped a belt in my exact size and it fit me. No, that's cap. Your belt was really tight on you and you know it was tight on you. But a lot of people just like to debate, man. So hey, I ain't got too much to say, but from what I've experienced, I go 2 sizes up when I cop my BB belts, and it would be great. Like, it would be very helpful if they did actually just have belts in the exact size that, you know, you wear in pants. That would be very helpful because a lot of people wouldn't make that mistake that they've been making and having to either send their belts back or either they just can't get a refund. And basically you hit at that point. So that's my first dislike about this BB Simon belt is just the sizing, man. They got to get that right in the future. Let me know if y'all can relate to that. Moving on to the second dislike about my BB Simon belt, and that is that the crystals on the belt, these crystals on this belt will actually fall out, man. I actually made a video about this, and it's gonna pop up somewhere up there, but I made a video about this showing you how to fix this problem with BB Simon belts. And that's the craziest part about it, because you spend so much money on these belts. Like this particular one right here is around $400 to $500, and with that much of an investment, I would not expect my crystals to be falling out of the belt. I mean, that's pretty much what makes a BB Simon belt. Who wants a BB belt with no crystals in it? For all that, you might as well spend $50 instead of $500 and go copy you a rhinestone belt. Go copy you a DNA belt. Matter of fact, go copy you an infinity belt. You know, if I'm gonna spend $500, then I think that my crystals should not fall out. I just think it comes down to a quality thing. Whatever they use to set these crystals in and actually put them into the belt, I think that they might need like a stronger adhesive or something like that. But again, that is not too much of a big problem, but I have ran into this problem several times previously, and I know other people that ran into the same problem. So it is a problem for sure. Now, I did do a video. If y'all ain't go watch that video, then you need to go ahead and watch that video. It is really helpful, and it might save your life. It might save your life in the future. You never know what could happen. But go ahead and watch that video, how to fix BB Simon's biggest problem. I'll go ahead and drop that link down below, and it'll pop up as well. I caution you with this right here. Do not drop your BB belt. That is the worst mistake that you can ever make. That's a rookie mistake right there. That's an amateur mistake. That was one of the mistakes that I made when I first got my first BB Simon belt, and I've never made that mistake again in my life. So with that being said, do not drop your BB Simon belt, because if you do, oh, boy, you're gonna be out of $500. Your belt is gonna be down bad for a little while until you fix it. Let's move on to the third thing that I do not like about my BB Simon belt. I really had to dig in my backpack to really find something that I didn't like about these belts. So this one kind of might be a little bit far-fetched, but at the same time, it could be valid. It's pretty valid to me. So that being said, my third dislike is the belts are too heavy. I'm not sure of the exact weight of this belt, but I do know they are pretty heavy just because of the materials that they use, which I get it. They use crystals, Swarovski crystals in it, and then some of them have studs on them, and also they have designs like this on the little crosses and stuff like that. So I already know the belt is gonna have some weight to it. It has to with all the materials that it has. It don't really bother me too much. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is just something that I've dealt with in the past, because when you do wear these belts, I'm not sure about y'all, but when I wear my BB belts, it's like an automatic sag for me. Like the pants, they just make your pants fall down. I don't know what it is, but something about these belts, and like I said, I think it's the weight, but it just makes your pants fall down. You have to pull your pants up every 5 seconds, unless you just like to sag and have your rear region showing, and that ain't got nothing to do with me. Personally, every 5 seconds I have to lift my pants up when I'm wearing this belt. So again, the weight is, not sure how they could fix that, or if it's even like a big issue, but the weight definitely is something I do not like about it. Moving on to the fourth thing that I dislike about these belts. I really had to dig into the grave just to find these dislikes about this belt, because it's just not many. Like what can you really say about these belts that's I don't know, maybe y'all might have some dislikes that I don't have. If you do, put them down in the comment section. I just really can't find too much stuff that I don't like about this belt. So like I said, if you can figure out something, let me know. Now, this dislike that I have for this belt is actually valid. If you've had your BB belt for a good amount of time, and I mean probably over 5 months, you probably had this problem. The inside of the belt actually starts to get soft as you wear it. It gets very, very, very soft. Also, this material right here stretches. I've touched bases on this previously. So sometimes when you're wearing the belt and when you get a lot of use out of it, these holes right here will stretch out and the belt will start to wear down, especially on the inside, because the leather and the material that's on the inside is just so soft, and they try to make it as durable as possible. But of course, if you're wearing your BB belt all the time, you're gonna run into that issue for sure. Inside of this belt will change colors on you. Most of mine's actually turn like a darkish black or a darkish blue color, and that's mainly just due to the dye that's in the jeans that you wear. You can clean that too. Go ahead and watch my video that I have posted that shows you how to clean these belts, and you can get all of that dye and stuff that's on the inside of your belt off. I would just recommend not sagging when you wear this belt, because the more you sag, the more you're gonna stretch the holes in the belt out, and you're also gonna stretch the material. So it won't last as long. And also, you need to get 2 sizes up from your actual pant size. And this is why I emphasize this so much, because you want your belt to last as long as possible. You don't want to put too much stress on the belt and on the belt holes, because like I said, it will stretch the belt out and stretch the material, and your belt will not last as long as it's supposed to. So that $500 that you spent is only gonna last you about 5 months, versus if you do what I say, it'll last you over a year. Moving on to my last and final dislike that I have for these belts. Oh my gosh, I never thought I would be making this video, because what is there not to love about BB belts, bro? If you hating on BB belts, bro, then something is wrong with you. I see so many people like hating on BB Simon belts in the comment section, online, and it's, man, come on, bro. Ain't too much to hate on about a BB belt. A lot of times people be wanting the BB belts, but they can't afford them. That's why they just resort to hating on them. You feel me? So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's not too much to hate about these belts. But with that being said, my last and final dislike about it is just that the buttons on these belts will actually get worn out. So on the inside, you can take these BB Simon belts apart and you'll see these 3 buttons right here, which will let you do that. And when you wear your BB Simon belt so much, or when you take it apart so much, these will actually start to get looser and looser and looser over time. So next thing you know, your belt will just start opening and the buckle will just start coming apart. And then you'll have to always press the buttons back down and put your belt back together. That's one of the things that I've dealt with previously, man, so much with my belts, just because like I had them for so long. I'm talking like 3 or 4 years. And the older ones that I have and the ones that I bought used, those ones are the main ones that the buttons they just don't want to stick, man. So one thing that can help with that is to not take your belt apart too much, because as you keep taking it apart, it is going to weaken those buttons, and next thing you know, you're going to have loose buttons and your belt is going to be falling apart. Your buckle's going to be falling apart, and the worst thing that can happen, I hate to say it, but your buckle can actually fall apart from the belt and fall on the ground, and next thing you know, hey, your crystals, hey, you might as well just say RIP to your BB belt. I'm gonna just, I can't say too much more. You might as well just say RIP, send your BB belt to the grave, because it's no more BB after you drop that on the ground. But yeah, that is my last and final dislike about this belt. I had a hard time digging this list of things that I hate about this belt, because what really is there to hate about these belts other than the price? I really should have made that one, but that's the most, probably the thing that everybody probably hates about the belt is just the price. But all I can speak to on that is that you got to pay for quality, and with these belts, quality is the biggest factor in these. And when you buy these belts, you just know for a fact that you're gonna have a high quality item. And also, it's a pretty good investment if you do buy it for the right price, which I'm gonna show y'all that in the future too. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch me in the next banger, man, and we out.